That was a long time coming. How did you feel?
No, most definitely. Felt good, felt excited just to be back on the field. Go through pregame, get warmed up, take the field for the first time, and I don't even know how long it has been, but it's definitely a good moment for myself.
It seemed like the coach sort of disputed this, but gave me some nice easy throws to kind of get into a rhythm early. How important was that, just to find that rhythm, early on and not struggle to get there?
It's always good, I think, for any quarterback, not just myself, but anybody that's, starting off the season or even starting the game. The biggest key for a quarterback and receiver is just getting completions, seeing the ball get to the receiver's hands and they catching it and getting positive yards and moving down the field. So it was good.
Coach said that there were a number of things that he wanted to see from you that he did see today, including the fact that you looked like you were having fun and enjoying being back out there. Is that what it felt like to you, kind of?
Most definitely. I had fun with the guys, enjoying myself, smiling, getting hit a little bit, going through certain situations, talking with Coach on the headset. So everything was good to be back out there, and, I was definitely having fun.
How would you assess your performance, and then what encourages you, and what do you feel like you want to work on some more in practice coming up?
It's always things to work on. Just continue to work at the operation. Just continue to get in and out the huddle. Just getting back in the groove of just seeing the operation, play clock, down the distances, work certain situations, getting down to my check downs. But trying to stay positive, getting completions, moving the ball, and not taking any negative plays. That's the key. So there's a lot more to improve, and we have more time the next couple of weeks to do that.
Speed of the game, were you able to keep up after being
Yeah.
so long?
Yeah, it was good. It was good to be able to feel that, things that, of course it was moving fast, but also being able to recognize different coverages and seeing the blitzes and things like that was, it was good to be able to see.
How did your hand come out of it? I saw you shaking your hand a little bit, and then you got it checked, I think, your hand and your forearm a little bit.
Yeah, it was just my forearm. I got hit in my elbow. I guess it was my funny bone, but just a little numbness, but it went away as the game kind of continued to go on. But at that moment, it was just a little funny bone thing.
Coming kind of off of that, just you mentioned getting hit, and it's been a while since you've really gained hits and that sort of thing. But how did you feel like you kind of went through that and processed all that today?
Yeah, it was good. I didn't get hit as hard, and that's the key, is just being able to stay healthy and not try to take any unnecessary hits or blows that's going to add any extra distractions to your body. So it was good to be able to feel the hits and get tackled a little bit and just again play football and throw the ball around and be out there just calling the plays.
Looked like a pretty good start for Concepcion. What do you think of what he brings?
Yeah, he's a very talented player. He is going to make a lot of plays for this team, and he's going to continue to just get better as the more time he plays and get those reps and get out there. And once coach can scheme up plays to get him the ball, he can be very dangerous.
Coach said that he 100% believes, after seeing you out there today, believes that if you win the starting job, that you can go out there and be a quality starting NFL quarterback. How do you feel not only about him saying that, but how do you feel about that for yourself?
Yeah. I mean, that's always been my mentality. So I don't think that's anything that I doubt into myself. That's the reason why I work hard these last 2 years, to get back to that. Had some challenges with some injuries and suspension, and now being able to get a full off season and continue to work my way back up. It takes time, but at the same time, I don't doubt myself in any way that I can't play at a high level.
There's been a lot of talk about the pre-snap and process and all that. How did you feel like operationally that went for you today?
It was good. A couple of things. I had one delay of game. We had a couple motions, and it got down to one. And being in preseason, I think Coach mentioned, regular season, we want to keep the timeouts, maybe take a timeout, but those are the things that you got to be able to get the guys in and out the huddle. I know we switching personnels and have different motions, but as a quarterback, you have to manage that. And that's one thing that pops in the top of my head. But as far as operating, seeing the defense, seeing where the ball needs to go, it was pretty solid today.
Coach also mentioned that that he will split the first team reps against the Bills and that you will play in the third quarter after Shedeur starts the Bills game. So how do you feel about the fact that the competition is continuing and that you're going to have more opportunities and it's kind of a big week?
Yeah, just again take advantage of those opportunities whenever that my number is called, and I'm the guy out there leading the group. You got to continue to just find ways to get better, find success, and be positive with it. So yeah, we just had to take it one day at a time.
You had Spencer out there with you the whole time. What did you see out of the rookie? Getting his first crack at it.
Yeah, he was good. I think he was making sure that left side was very very comfortable. And I think that, with him going against Verse each and every day, it prepared him for these moments. So Spence is definitely going to be a big factor for this team. I think that's why we drafted him high, is to be able to come in and compete and be that guy for us.
You got the sneak. How did that feel to convert that? And is that something that you don't mind doing whatsoever if you're called upon to do it regularly?
Yeah, I don't mind. Whatever is going to help the team, continue to move drives and have that success. Not something I want to live in, but definitely, whenever it's called, I want to make sure that I'm ready for it and keep the chains moving.
Once again, can you sort of, when you look out there and you see, Casey and Denzel and Isaiah and Jerry and everybody, Harold, can you see how, if you're playing at your peak efficiency, that this could be an explosive offense?
Yeah, it definitely can. I mean, all those guys are very explosive with the ball in their hands. We've seen it today with KC, Denzel. You've seen flashes, obviously last year with Harold, and then Jerry obviously have shown that over his years. So, all those guys being young and being fresh and having those opportunities to get the ball in their hands can be very, very explosive. So, we're definitely excited for that and continue to put those reps in and get that trust and that rhythm back.
Do you feel like you've shown enough to this point to be the starter?
Again, it goes back to what Todd and the organization and the coaching staff want. So again, every opportunity that I get, I want to continue to improve. I want to continue to just keep taking one step forward. And every day is going to be a challenge, but that's the whole thing about this NFL. It's a business, and every day is a challenge, and you got to continue to prove yourself.
And one more if nobody else will take it, and that is, you moved around a little bit. How did you feel on your twice surgically repaired leg?
Felt good, felt healthy, felt no worries about it, wasn't thinking about it. So it was good to be able to move around, run around, and be in live action, trying to, other guys trying to, hit me and be confident with it. So work has definitely been put in. Thank you.
What was it like for you just to be back out there after the offseason, putting some of the work you've done?
Yeah, it was fun. Being out there was fun for sure. Being able to see the game was truly amazing. From just the preparation, everything. I was so excited.
How did it feel to start off with two big passes to Gage and to Luke, and just to kind of get rolling right away?
I mean, I don't really get excited. I don't get excited about the big plays and that stuff no more, because it's like it's playing chess. It's like, if you do this, we're gonna do that. So it's just the right move in the right time. It was the right play call in the right time, and I was super excited. I was super excited about the play call and everything, and that we executed it, and all of our players was thinking the same thing at the same time.
How do you think things went, just from an operational standpoint, the huddle, talking with Coach Monk and things like that?
I was early on. I would say the operation-wise, it was definitely a little faster in the game. So we definitely had good communication in the huddle, talking about everything, and just being able to step out the huddle, when the play call is getting called, so there's no miscommunication between the line on what they're hearing, what I say, anything. So that was exciting to be able to get that, and now the coach has been emphasizing that. Now it's kind of like it wasn't as loud, so we able to understand it a little bit more of what they're saying and why they're saying certain things.
Were you happy to be able to kind of get your feet wet a little bit before you go into your start next week against the Bills?
Oh no, my feet get wet every day at practice. It just felt like another day at practice, honestly. to me. But even this week, being on the road, communicating with the quarterback room and just talking ball and everything, I was able to unlock another point of view and be able to see things a little differently. So that's what I was excited about, and being able to get those different point of views from everybody in the quarterback room that has experience. It was great.
What did you see on the interception?
What I see, the right read, just slipped. You know, it was the right read. It just slipped. So that's what makes me be mad a little bit because of it. But you know, I don't, any decision I make, I know it's the right decision. I just didn't execute the decision, but the right decision was made. So every day I look and I see about decision making, like how's my decisions I'm making, and that's how I grade myself off of. You know, obviously, turn the ball over and all that stuff is not great. You know, and it won't survive a long time in the league doing that. But as long as my eyes and my feet and everything was in the right place, being able to execute it just may happen. So I look at the positive of things, you know. I'm alive, I'm breathing. I'm able to come up here and talk to y'all, so, you know, I can't be that down.
Todd said the same thing. He said he thought you and Dylan on the interception both had the right read, just for some reason, like the execution was a little off. It sounds like is that pretty encouraging for you at the second? Like, I mean, you probably have faith you're going to be able to execute most of the time. It's about the decision making, probably.
No, we definitely want to execute, so we don't want to make that a habit, but, you know, it may happen. Yeah. Overall, we both felt the same thing. The ball was a little sandy, so that was just a moment just to laugh at, you know, between us, honestly, because it was the right decision. I talked to him when he got to the sideline. I said, "Hey, what happened, bit?" Oh, I said, "Hey, what happened?" He's like, "Bro, the ball's sandy." I said, "Bro, I know the ball's sandy." So it was just a good moment to just talk about it and laugh about after it's over. But the decision making and being able to execute what's out there was the best thing.
When it comes to post snap, like your footwork processing and even making sure you get through your reads properly, were you happy with how you performed when with the live bullets flying today?
Yeah, I feel like bullets always flying in practice. I always feel like that. So it's the difference is the attitude, how we go about practice every day. That's what makes the game more like real. And even having some experience in the reps and the experience of last year helps me in the film study, being able to look at the film and watch everything to make the mind go a little faster. It's like you could think something, but then after you think something, you got to do it. So it's just about how much do you know it to be able to recognize it as things going on. So I think I had great post-snap visibility and being able to see what was going on. And, it was a great game plan that our coaches had. Were we able to put up the points and do what we were supposed to do that matters in this league? Wins and losses? Nah. We wasn't able to accomplish about that. We wasn't able to accomplish that today. But overall, I like the process that we're going in, though. I like it. I'm really excited about that.
Zach and Mary Kay.
What was your best throw today?
Check down to the running back in the red zone. That was the best throw to me. Because, I expect they go cover zero. I expect to get the ball out of my hand and do that. I expect on a quick game to get it out of my hand and do it, especially in zone coverage and everything. But the best thing for me is more understanding down and distance, and we've been doing that, emphasizing that every day in practice. So that's when it's a team. It's not even just me. It's the O-line. It's everybody in the back. Everybody plays their part. When it's one of the tackles saying down the distance while I'm reading the play call, and it's all that. Like we're a unit, and I'm excited about that because I know that helps us all think the same. And Will's able to execute a lot of the things that even we may not have reps on together, me and Luke, on the big play. We haven't hit that. He hit one of those with one of the quarterbacks. Then being able to execute it means we all speaking the same, we all thinking the same, and that's truly exciting.
Coach says that he's going to divide up the first team reps between you and Deshaun against the Bills, which they're looking at that as a big part of the evaluation. How do you feel about being able to split those reps in that practice?
Oh no, I'm just excited getting reps. Just excited getting reps. Definitely. I'm excited for this week. I'm excited to see the game. That's why I love being able to see stuff and be able to recognize it and get it in person. That's what makes me so excited about. And it opened up a new perspective. So I'm extremely happy.
Thanks, Shedeur.
Appreciate it.